Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joseph Hill Coles, and I am a resident of Francis House of Peace. For the record, I'd like to say that we are home. Um, um, I am honored to be speaking with you today, and I am excited to celebrate with you and welcome you to our home. When I think about the journey that has brought me to this place, I am extremely humbled and amazed. A little bit about me. I was born to a drug-addicted mother in Philadelphia. My father was never on the scene, and my mom made an attempt to raise me while Child Services kept their eyes on her. At age 3, my mom put me up for adoption, but because I was so hard to place, I spent about 8 years in more foster homes than I can remember, only staying in one place for a few weeks at a time. Finally, I was adopted at age 10 by a loving single woman. I had found a home, and in spite of good fortune, I was still a very angry child. Anger consumed me and directed my behavior. I was kicked out of numerous schools. I was hurting the relationship with my adoptive mom and destroying any opportunity to make something positive out of myself. After a few years, I was really just focused on leaving home to go and do what I wanted. Because I was running wild, my mom eventually kicked me out. At age 17, I was arrested and locked up as an adult. Once released, it became all about survival. I house hopped until I wore out my welcome, and then I spent a couple of months living on the streets. I slept in Love Park, in abandoned buildings, and eventually found myself in and out of Philadelphia's adult shelters. Being in the shelter system was absolutely no joke. All types of people crammed together in one building: drug addicts, people who just got released from prison, people with serious mental health issues, all piled together. About 30 men in one shower room, bed bugs, terrible food, and I was just another homeless person, just a number, just a body filling a bed. Then a friend told me about the Covenant House, and I admit that when I first arrived there, I was still very street-minded. After being passed around so many times, I didn't think things would be any different. I didn't trust anyone, I didn't care about the rules, and I tried to do what I wanted. Then one day, something changed. I realized the streets had absolutely nothing to offer me besides eventually time behind bars again, or a coffin. I made an active decision to change. I followed a schedule, I searched and found legitimate employment, and I decided to trust and build a relationship with the staff. I realized that people there really cared. I had a home environment that could provide me with the structure and love I desperately needed. It was clean, it was safe, and so different from all the other shelters. Covenant House gave me a firm foundation from which to start again and get to a place where homelessness was no longer an option for me. Eventually, I moved to Covenant House's transitional living program, Rites of Passage, where I was living independently, but with still some support. I started work at the Monkey and the Elephant Cafe, a great nonprofit coffee shop that seeks to employ former foster care youth. I happened to meet Kevin from Project Homes there. I overheard him talking with someone about housing, and so I asked him about it. I saw in him something that I admired, the desire to help someone get out of the situation that they are in. I started directing others to Covenant House and Project Homes. Kevin told me about the new Project Home residence called Francis House of Peace, and he helped me prepare all that I needed to apply. In March, I moved into my own apartment in this beautiful building across the street. Life in my new home has been extremely amazing. It's like a huge weight has been lifted off of my chest. Project Home has given me a backbone and support, including food assistance if I need help applying, and if I need help applying to school. I can think clearly about my future because I am now no longer just trying to survive. I have more focus and am learning my worth. I am starting school again in community college of Philadelphia in the fall. And just 2 weeks ago, I started a new job as a garden educator with Urban Tree Connections. Thank you. A nonprofit organization that turns vacant lots into green spaces and community gardens. I am beginning to see that I can be a force for change in the community. I can be a face of hope, a face of peace. I can be an educator. Day by day, I am helping to transform communities that have been plagued by poverty and violence. It is amazing to see what happens in a community when they work together to create beautiful space where kids can grow their own food and flowers, where people can feel proud of their neighborhood. I know the meaning of finding a place that feels safe and beautiful, and now I am teaching others to do the same. So needless to say, I am on my way. I'm 22 years old, I'm an adult now, but growing up has not been easy. I have needed the support of people like I found at the Covenant House and Project Home to become the best person I can be. And I am discovering my own passion for inspiring other young people to make positive decisions for themselves and their community. My journey has been long and hard, but there were little lights along the way. I want to be one of those little lights for someone else. Thank you for being here today, and welcome to our new home. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.